Hello, hello, hello. So I normally do my lives on Facebook. This is a relatively new channel. The Black Birth Renaissance channel is new. But I said I wanted to start doing my talks, my 5 minutes with Dr. Doula on here. So I'm going to start this. Um, because I'm expanding and I don't even have that many subscribers right now, but I'm just going to talk because there's a need for us to be seen and heard everywhere more than Instagram that disappears in 24 hours. I have a friend that does that, but there's a need for Black women's voices to be heard, their own voices to be heard regarding Black women and Black birth. And so today I'm just going to talk to you about the fact that you're the answer. Now, I say that all the time, and people say, well, what the answer to what? You mean if I'm a woman? You mean if I'm a man? You mean if I'm an adult? No, all of us are the answer to what's happening with Black women in birth. Okay, we all can find our place in this. Now, of course, there are trainings for those who desire to really, really enter this work, for those who desire to commit their lives to it. There have always been women and individuals that said, I want to commit my life to this work. But what there also were that we don't see as much today in our more modern society, there were individuals who were willing to do whatever they needed to do to assist a birthing mother, to assist a postpartum mother. Right now, though, what I find is that many people feel their hands are tied, like, I don't know what to do. We've lost some of that basic humanity, the basics of just being, I'm just who I am, and what does she need? That what does she need? Now I'm always told, everyone doesn't have the best relationship with their mom. When I say, hey, go talk to your mom, well, everybody doesn't get along with their mom. I gotcha. I hear you. Well, everybody doesn't get along with this. Everybody doesn't like that. Everybody doesn't like the other. I get you. I hear you. Okay. Very few of us, though, are really traveling alone, are genuinely traveling where there's no one else there. And my encouragement is when we're talking about it's one thing to be up at arms, to be, they just made changes in Georgia and Alabama law regarding reproductive justice and rights. Okay. If we're waiting for legislators to do a certain thing, we're going to be disappointed and be in them for the fight of our lives. So when we say we want doula care to be available for all women, and we want, certain things to change in hospitals, don't think that different laws as they're changing in one place is not going to affect us in another. I'm in Illinois. Okay. And here we don't have certified professional midwives. There are differences in different states. What I'm saying is that regardless, whether you're the partner, perhaps you're a male partner and you're saying, what can I do? Well, one thing that you can do is when you have that mom, because we often focus on the birth part and the trauma that happens in birth, but we forget about the postpartum. I can't even tell you how many Black women I go to their houses and things like that, and they tell me what they've had, the work that they've had to do since they got home with the baby. What can you do? You can make her life as easy as you possibly can. When it comes to being with that baby, you can say, here, you and the baby heal each other. You and the baby, get all that those good heart hormones moving. Here, you be with the baby. Let me go figure out what I can do to help you. Let me clean this up. Let me talk with the other kids. Let me spend time with the other kids. One of the things you can do is just look at what can I do to make her life easier. She has just brought forth life. There is no one that can do nothing. And you don't need a social program to make it happen. You don't need to have, there's no program in my area. Be a program in your house. Until they get this legislation and people get in office and whatever else the plans are, what are you going to do? You see the state of emergency. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? This is almost my 5 minutes with Dr. Doula, and I thank you for being here with me. I'm going to encourage you to first of all subscribe yourself, and then encourage others to do that, because I just want to talk. We just need to talk this thing out. We need to figure out ways that we can do it. No one's hands are tied. What can you do for the Black women in your life? What can you do for the young girls that'll be coming up? How can you assist in this thing, in this situation? What are you doing? I'm waiting for someone I'm about to interview for the Birth Her Story blog that I have, but I wanted to pop in and do that. I think I made it over my minutes. Oh, it didn't go off. Yes, I'm over my 5 minutes. Oh, oh, there it is. This phone has a really cute thing. Okay, that's it for me. Thank you for spending 5 minutes with me. Don't forget to subscribe and tell somebody else to subscribe. I love to know your questions and anything else. Bye. Thank you for spending 5 minutes with Dr. Doula. I'll see you next time.